Your mindset is everything. It's the most important thing for you to get control of is where your mind is set. There's nothing more important than how you perceive things. Our limitations that we have in our life are only what we perceive them to be. What you tell yourself is what it is. Your mind is the most powerful tool in your entire body. That is what tells us and convinces us our story and tells us how we should be feeling and absorbing things and how much energy we should be putting into things. Our mind always wants to take the safe way, though. That's where our mind's not working for us. How much time do we spend focusing and putting energy into things that we can't control? Think about that for a little bit. How often are you scrolling through social media looking at things that anger you or upset you, and you feel this urge to respond to it, get engaged, allow the emotion to take over, and your valuable energy, your energy that you have for your day, you put out there into the world in negative ways, or it's being wasted, or you're doing things that aren't benefiting you. When you get off of work and you've had a long day and all you want to do is go sit and lounge on the couch, think about all the things that you're putting your energy into, all the things you're investing that precious energy into. You know, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. How are you spending your energy? How are you using that energy? Where is your mindset to help you with how you're dispersing that energy? We only have so much. We all have days where we just feel drained and tapped out. We're all going to be there. But think about where that energy is going. Think about where that mindset is for the day. As the saying goes, you know, life is 10% what happens to you, 90% what you make of it. What that means is you can't stop life. You're not going to prevent things from happening. Life is coming at us. We all have our own experiences, our own difficulties, our own hurdles to come over, our own challenges throughout the day, our own triumphs. You know, some people, they get things handed to them. Not throughout their whole life, but sometimes you get an easy break. You gotta celebrate that stuff. Take it when you can get it. Some people do have it harder than others. Some people deal with things harder than others. Some people can allow things that are very difficult to pass right through them. We can never stop how we think about things. But do we grab onto that emotion? Do we grab onto that and hang on to it and let that affect our day? Or can we train our minds to allow that to pass through us freely and not hang on the negative things that take our energy and take that away? That's what that 90% is all about. 90% is how we perceive it. 10% is what happens to us. 90% is what we're going to make of it. Think about that for a little bit. 10% is what happens to us. We will never be able to control life. Putting energy into that 10%, that's the energy that gets wasted. Those are the things we can't control, the things that are out of our control, things that are just going to happen to us, all of us. That's the 10%. Life will happen. We're all going to have to deal with life every single day. But the mindset to that is what's going to turn that into a negative thing, a positive thing, something that we're going to linger on and allow it to affect us throughout the day. That's what the 90% is all about. How are we going to perceive that? What's our mindset to take that 10% and turn it into what we need? How do you make that 10% work and benefit for you? Or take that 10% and let it pass through you freely so that it doesn't become your 90%. How are we using that energy? Take a second to think about that. Life is going to happen, and as life happens, it's going to generate and create emotions for us. Emotions are temporary. Emotions aren't going to last forever unless we let them. A lot of us have had traumatic experiences in life, things that were life-changing, and that stuff is difficult, and it's hard to work through that stuff. But think about that 90%. Think about what you're going to do to change that and change that mindset and come out on the other side a little bit stronger each day. That's the important piece to this. The easy thing to do and what our mind wants us to do is take that safe route and not work on ourselves. It's comfortable. Anything that's scary or fear-driven or you think you're going to fail, Our mind's going to convince us to stay away from that stuff. That's scary. That's difficult. That's a challenge. That's something that our mind does not want to get our body going. But sometimes you just got to get your body moving. You got to get your body moving to tell your mind to catch up. If you're always playing behind your mind and letting this run the show every single day, it's always going to take the easy way out. You're always going to hang on to those negative emotions. We got to train our minds. We need to work through and past our minds. That's the goal. That's the goal. How do we reprogram and retrain our mind to work for us? To take that energy that we need every single day and invest that properly in us. Those are the things we need to think about. Those are the things that we need to start changing. Emotions will come and go. If an emotion comes through and it's not a very friendly emotion, don't let that first instinct be to go post about it on social media, or you've got to go say something or contribute to that, because that emotion might have passed within the next 5 or 10 minutes. You might have allowed that to go, but the second you put it out there, you're hanging on to it, and now you're waiting for others to respond and engage in it. Now you're trapped and you're wrapped in it, so now that 90% just became the rest of your day. The way you perceive that 10%, you saw something that upset you, you saw something that bothered you, and you reacted to it immediately. You're now taking that in, and you're expending that energy. Your mindset has been decided. You're stuck. You're stuck, and now you've got to crawl out. Take a little bit of time. See if that'll pass. See if you can let that go. See if you can work through it and invest that energy into you and the rest of your day in a more positive manner. And this isn't going to happen every single time something comes up, but if we work on this, little by little, more and more, these things will get easier. We'll start to handle these things better. We'll start to reprogram and retrain our brains and our mindset for things, because everything is about having the right mindset towards it. Your attitude, how you perceive it, how you choose to digest it, and how you put that back out into the world, we need to get control of that.